Here we go. All right, so we got the kite. We're looking at page 432, and you are given that WXY. WXY. This angle is 104 degrees. That whole thing, okay? And then it says that VYZ is 49. VYZ is 49 degrees, okay? Number 4 says we got to find VZY, which is, I have the hard, VZY is here, right there, okay? If this little angle up here is 49 degrees, what's the one directly to the left of it? They're congruent. It's 49 degrees as well, okay? If this, we've got one right angle. Well, what's over here to the left of that right angle? A right angle. Folks, don't we have enough information to find this angle right here based upon a right triangle? You've got to see the right triangle within that kite. How many right triangles are there? There are 4, yes. You're right, because it's over here. All right? It's the same triangle, isn't it? Or if we're thinking triangle, what could we do, Daniel? Take 180, subtract 90 and 49, and what do you get? 41 degrees. That was 41 degrees. All right, so if that's 41, then what's this one right here in red? That one's 41 degrees. How can I figure this one? 104. And that's in the 104 minus 41, which is 63. Folks, do you see that? Do you understand how you have to use the right triangles? I can't explain that to you in just a little bit. I can't explain that to you. Tomorrow on the test, I can't tell you what to do. On the SOL, for sure. What am I going to say? You're going to have a question. Please read your screen carefully. But I need to go to the bathroom. Please read your screen carefully. But I don't yeah, you can. Yeah. But I don't, what's this asking? Please read your screen carefully. But I don't know how to submit it. Please read your screen carefully. Seriously. We can't even, I can't do anything. Nothing. Please. Nope. Because it's not, you're supposed to know how to submit. Hit the green submit. It's just it's people messing it up. Okay? And they're getting stricter. Yep. And we should be. We should be. Okay? Now, are we done with this problem? I've got the 63-degree angle there. I just found it. I've got which is here. Let me write this. This is 63 degrees. Folks, what if I wanted to find all of the angles within this triangle? Just asking. 180 minus 90 minus 63. What would, I don't know what it gives us. Punch that in your calculator for me real quick. 153, 27? Let's see if that's right. Okay, 27 degrees. So that means that if this angle is 27, what's this one right here? 27. And then I can find this one because that's another right triangle, correct? Do you see how we keep doing the same thing over and over again? You apply these properties that you should know, and then we go back to right triangles or triangles in general, okay? Now, any other questions on this problem? 5 and 6, which is the 63 and the 54 degrees, okay? Now, any other questions on this one? How about 11? That's talking about your mid-segment. Number 11, you should have had 14. How do you do that one? Remember, the mid-segment is half of the top plus the bottom. Pardon me? Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip over that. 7 was 106. Number 11, QR is the top, okay? What's the mid-segment in number 11? 22. That's in your picture, 1/2. The top's what we're trying to find, and the name of it is QR. What's the bottom? 30. Now, I showed y'all a shortcut on this. You're going to multiply both sides by 2, which cancels it out here. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other, right? What's 2 times 22? 44 equals QR plus 30. Subtract 30. What's QR? 14. You've got to be able to do that. Got to be able to do that. Okay? Yes, sir.
Why don't you multiply, like,
Distribute?
yeah, that's what I'm saying, like,
I can.
QR comes to, like, 7.
You're in. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? This picture. What do you notice? It's a parallelogram. It's actually trapezoid. Why?
One side.
It's only got one side right here. Okay? It's only got one side. Now, folks, you got to use your parallelogram knowledge, which is from, I'm sorry, not parallelogram, your parallel line knowledge. Okay, is that my fault? Okay. Parallel lines, though, that's from first semester. And you should never forget about the parallel line stuff. Turn your head sideways and look at that. I wish I could turn the smart board, but I can't. What kind of angles are those 52 and the 2? Same side interior angles. Same side interior angles are supplementary. What's that mean? They equal 180. How am I going to find angle 2? Is he right? Yeah, he's right. 8, 7, 2. That's 128 is the measure of angle 2. Do you see that? Okay. Do the same thing for finding angle 1 because we're going to take what number away from? Those are same side interior as well. So I'm going to go 180, take away 98, which is 82, I think. Okay? I would. Especially because we had lots of questions on this one. Number 30. All right, so I look at this and I go, all right, there's only one pair of parallel sides, which means it's a what? It's a trapezoid. What kind of trapezoid is it? It has the congruent mark, so what's that mean? It's an isosceles trapezoid, which tells us we got this whole list of properties from your notes, should be in your brain, about isosceles trapezoids. Base angles are congruent. That means there are 2 base angles at the bottom, 2 base angles at the top that are congruent to each other. And then we've got these same side interior angles going on, these consecutive angles, okay? So check this out. I've got a parallel line and a parallel line. Do you guys agree with that? Okay. Do you agree that there's a transversal in those parallel lines? Yeah? All right. If this angle up here is 34 degrees, what's this one down here have to be? 34. Now, is that from trapezoid information or parallel line information? That's from our parallel line information, okay? So now, knowing that that's an isosceles trapezoid, I know that base angles are congruent. So that means that these 2 angles total to how much? Look at it again. What's 72 plus 34? It's 106. If those 2 angles combined are 106, what's the total of that right there? 106. And folks, do you see some triangles happening here? Some congruent triangles. Where are your congruent triangles? Because there's 2 sets. Well, there's one set of congruent triangles. Is it the top and the bottom or the two sides? It's the two side triangles. Let me see if I can. I don't know why I have to do this from back here, but I do. Let's go here. Y'all see this? Do you see how we've got the two triangles? Yes or no? Yeah? All right, so I've got those two yellow triangles. Pardon me? Say what? Oh, kinda it is. So if you see that 106, folks, what's this angle down here going to be? That one's 34 degrees. What's the one above it? 72 degrees. Now, if you will focus on, I got to find angle 1 and angle 2. Look right here. I don't know why I didn't think about this Friday. Okay?
180 minus 34 minus 34.
Actually, that would be.
It would be, but I just see things different. It's all right. You're seeing it one way and I'm seeing it another way. Watch what's going to happen, though. Can I find this angle down here, this top angle in the red? If I go 180 minus 34 minus 34, that's 68 from 180, which is 112. So angle 1 has to be what? Y, vertical angles. And now, do I have enough information to get over there at 2? Now here's the thing.
Well, first you got to find that angle.
To the left of 112? How do I do it? Look right here. What is that, y'all? That's a linear pair. What's 180 minus 112? 68. And now, can I find angle 2? I can if I focus on this green triangle right here. This makes me insane. All the colors. 180 minus 72 minus who? 68. That's 140. Do you get 40 degrees? Looky there, y'all. Woo-wee! The 40 is this one right here, Cody. So let me ask you something. What's this one over here? What's this one up here? Okay. Do you see this? Questions. Weird, man. This stuff is weird. Yes, sir.
That is on number 2.
Makes mine hurt too. Angle 2. Because we're looking at these horizontal parallel lines, Cody. And in order for this angle 2 to be 72, these vertical lines would have to be parallel. It has to do with parallel lines. Okay? Can't just assume that it's going to be 72. That's why we have to go through step to step to step to get there. Are vertical angles important to you? You better believe it. Are linear pairs important to you? Absolutely. Are parallel lines important? Yes. Folks, we keep coming back to the same stuff and revisiting it. Okay? Does that help on number 30? I know about parallel lines, these right here. Nope, there are not. They're SSI. Same side interior angles are equal to 40z plus 5 plus 10z equals 180. So I'm going to subtract 5. That gives me 50z equals 175. My bad. Did I copy that right? 40 plus 10, yep. You guys are right. 175 divided by 5 is 3.5. And then 18 times 3.5 is something. 63. And then I'm going to take 180, take away 63. Is it 117? 117 degrees. Yep, folks, I can promise you, you will see problems like this again. Promise. Promise you will see it like this tomorrow on your test. Okay? Questions at all? None? You can't forget any of that stuff. Interior angles. What's the formula for the sum of the interior angles? N minus 2 times 180. Very good. What's our magical exterior number? 360 degrees. Very good. If it's curved, is it a polygon? If it's open, an open figure, is it a polygon? No. So you need to be prepared, okay? The polygons are there. What about parallelograms? And then we go into the rectangles, the rhombus, squares, the kite, the trapezoids. And then what's the very last thing in the trapezoid section that we have to go over? Very last thing, mid-segment. Okay? It's a big chapter, folks. It's a big chapter. You need to, a hexagon's in there. N minus 2 times 180. How many sides does hexagon have? 6 sides. How many sides does a heptagon have? How many sides does a dodecagon have? 12. I said dodecagon. How many sides does an undecagon have? 11. That's deca. Remember? 1 plus 10? Yeah. What about, yeah. Dodeca is 12. 11 is undeca. 10 sides, deca, wake up. What about a 9-sided? Nonagon. 8-sided. 7-sided. 6 sides. 5 sides. 4 sides. Ah, very good. Can you list a square for a 4-sided figure? Why not? Because it depends on the conditions, right? Hey, by the way, what about a square? What are the conditions? What's the definition? All angles and all sides are. What about the rhombus? What's the definition of the rhombus? All 4 sides are congruent and diagonals are perpendicular. That has nothing. What angles? Not necessarily. They're congruent because a rhombus is always what figure? It's always a parallelogram. Guys, let me give you this as well. I would write down every property. Yes, it is. No. Really, I'm not. It is what it is. I've done my job. You got to do your job, okay? If I